Yes.
Easy going right there. One more to go.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
When I want, should I jealous me? What I want, when I want,
Yes.
Easy going right there. One more to go.
Alright, hello everybody, welcome to VR Master League here on Channel 1. I'm Palidore, and I am here with your first match of the evening in North America. This will be a lone stream for the moment, the only one of this hour on Channel 1, although on the top of the hour, about 58 minutes from now, we also have a master match in Redshift coming in versus Seattle Beholders. Following that, a diamond match between Byte of 87 and Lightbulb. Both teams who played last night here. So, good stuff, good stuff. What's up, chat? Glad to see you. Okay, we got Pixel Patrick, Fat Dude Eric, Flair, Nana Man, Autumn, EJP, as well as Oogle, Kalinko, and Glass. Hello. Welcome to it, everybody. So, let's see. These two teams here, well, particularly for Astro, we've seen them, well, although it looks like their stats are currently broken there on the overlays for some reason. But that said, they have been on the stream a handful of times here. This is actually a Cast My Match redemption here tonight for Astro. But yeah, they are 4-2 on the season. Never mind what it says on the overlays. 4-2 on the season. Winning more often than not here. Doing pretty well from themselves in the Platinum Division. Now, meanwhile, for the Underground Nation, this is their third cast here of the season. They are 3-2 at the moment. So, both doing well, for sure. But anyway, let's see. Oh, Muted Monster as well in the chat. Coda Ghost, here too. Don't worry, I can see you. You may be a ghost, but I can see you. As well as Ninja. Got ninjas and ghosts. You're hard to see, but I can still see. Don't worry. Even without my glasses. Ninja saying hope axe carries? Well, I hope that for you, I suppose. Alright, so here we go. First round. Let's go. Over on blue side, got Astro lining up their joust. Orange side, Underground Nation. Here we go. In the Platinum Division. Again, both teams winning records here. 4-2 for Astro. 3-2 for Underground, as that disc is bound towards the midfield. A dribble picked up by Eric. Eric trying to bounce it into the bubble. A rebound on the other end, though. We'll give possession right back to Underground. There's Eric with a disc up top, and we'll opt for the back out to Faults. Now Faults, a bounce pass to the backboard, anchoring and throwing down. First score on the sheets. Lavish. Definitely living a lavish life up there. Such a strong spot to score from, as always. You'll take it. They'll take it. Talk of spider ninjas in the chat. That's kind of scary. Also, hello to Nero. I see you. Clear. Oh, that was probably the worst one so far. But nonetheless, it's going to be AXN, or Action Jackson. Trying to reach for that disc, but gets stunned in the process. Meanwhile, a tap boost there from Ben, and down it goes to the blue, where it's overtaken by the stack. Rebounding for Astro, Solar P. Of course, one of our casting extraordinaires over the last couple of seasons here, but Spooky with a stun, but nice grab there from Ben. Now that's going to float off right into, almost the goal. Turnaround from Lavish, couldn't quite find the hole. Meanwhile, Solar gets a clear, and down the lane will be taken, shots, and grabbed. I'm not even sure Faults was looking, but that said, vaulting for the disc. And getting the goal is Solar P. The Solar Eclipse. Shout out Lemming, Sibian, and Eyeshiny, I guess. Why not? Why not? What I was saying, with the amount of puns you send, there are bound to be a few bad ones. There's also a lot that I think just go undetected, too. I don't know. I was talking with Athena yesterday when we were casting, or between casts, saying, wonder what it's like in the Pally brain when you're coming up with those. Basically, I hear a word, and then same time I'm hearing words, I hear about 5 different associated words with said word, so, you know. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but my brain just thinks all funny. Anyway, it's taken here by Ben, and Ben JD over to Solar P from the bottom of the floor, backing it out, trying to evade Spooky, and gets rid of it just in time. Midline covered off fairly well by the defense. It's going to slip over to Lavish's arms, and that's going to be cleared, bouncing into the tunnel, where it's taken back by Solar. Solar quickly flinging it to Ben, and up high, needs to shoot it now. Inferno gets it to go. Backboard shot. 4-2. Banana Man saying, imagine missing 2s, couldn't be me. Yeah, same here. Same here. After my few casts today, going directly into scrim with the Raptors, our first scrim since the end of NEPA last season, and only my second time I played in the last month. For that matter, so I'm looking forward to it. They're looking forward for a score, maybe. No Faults couldn't get that one. But yeah, I did play like one mixed match 2 days ago, like mixed private match. There was a little rust already. I missed a couple ones that I wish I could get back. Oh, Echo. Oh, Echo. Anyways, back it goes off the bubble, out the back and out the bubble, I should say, to Solar P now. Takes it and sends it right lane towards that trap. A lot of heat on that pass, made it tough on the catch, so the stack's catching up. Spooky there losing the grip. Sends it back to Solar again. Now Solar has maybe a line up, seeing if they can make that 3-point hit. That's going to bounce bottom. Bounce right into Spooky's arms, who kind of rushes the clear a little bit, pulls the string, so that's going to be Ben with a disc. So now taken over by Faults, a good clear down the fault line, and they are vaulting down that line. Lavish on the obtain, has a 1v2, just going for it, ducks, and no, could not stick the landing. XN with a clear, and that will bounce actually right past the midfielder. Meanwhile, taken by Solar, and 3 in the bubble for the defense. Slapping it out was Spooky. Now taken by Lavish, they're gonna, well, try to stack, might not even need it. It's gonna be a 3, and, oh no, 2 actually tied up at 4. I thought it was a 3, but what do I know? 7-meter 2, so just inside the bubble. And halfway through, only a couple scores per team, but hey, all locked up. Kotogo's saying, am I like this in real life? Just puns nearly every sentence. No, not necessarily, but whenever other people are talking, I'm constantly thinking of puns. There are so many opportunities I just kind of pass up on because it's like, it'd be annoying at some point. When I was practicing casting, learning the cast and stuff like that, I talked about doing the freestyle raps and fast raps to kind of help out with that. When I first did that, I did it so much, I was practicing so much with that. Literally, I'm not even kidding, it's not even a joke. For the first, I would want to say 1 to 2 months of that, I could only, like every time I would talk in real life, just in general, I would keep talking in nothing but rhymes. I'm very glad that I broke that habit. I still do it a lot in casts, but it seeped into real life for the first bit. Here is Inferno with a shot! Oh, backboards it! Nicely done! Got the friendly bounce, and they're gonna take a 3-point lead as a result. Astro back up by a few.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And just saying, I must miss being a player. I never didn't miss playing a player, or being a player, if that makes sense. I also like being a caster, though. Over to Faults. A lot of moves, and look at that. Not wasting any space there. Just kind of use the tightrope to weave between 3 different defenders. Brings them back within a point. Nicely done.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, so back to the last 3 minutes of the first round. Also, thanks, Altitude, I think. Don't call me Palidore for nothing. I don't even know what that means. But Solar P here with a disc at the double. Fun fact, or maybe not so fun fact, for the first like year and a half, I always used to call this bow tie, and I used to call bow tie double. Actually, no, that's not true. I called this just mid, and I called that double. But yeah, that didn't catch on, so I had to adjust. Off to the other side, it's gonna bounce into the trench where it's taken by Eric. Great grab, quick juke. Some efficient moves, but oh, directly into the center of mass. And catching that was Inferno. Another crossover, trying to hit Eric perhaps, but a miscommunication. They'll still be able to find a pass. Great communication. And around the back to the front. Faults. Can't fault that. They're up by a point. 8-7, 2:20. Still in the clock. That was very well communicated, though, from Eric to the teammate on the boot there. Definitely one of those things where could have easily been a turnover had they not already had the idea of where that pass was going. Turnover to Lavish. Now Underground, a chance to maybe expand their lead, and that would certainly be a good get for them here. With an underarm fling, good dives out from Solar P. Solar P into the midfield. Taken again by Solar, gets his own clear. Now passing it down to the 3 stack that splits off, attacks, vaults off, and needs to pass it off. There it is, drags it in, and it's AXN, assisted by Ben. Most embarrassing moment as a caster? Nothing immediately comes to mind. I mean, I know there have been moments, but I don't think I've had anything horrible, luckily. Lavish here with the disc from the midline. We'll bring it up the floor. A 1 point advantage going to Astro, who do get the disc. Let's see. They're going to go now for a rebound. A slight misread, though. Lavish taps it out. Being captured, though, by Solar. Solar to Ben, and goes right on in with an up and under a fake, and they take the 3-point lead with less than a minute remaining in the first round. Quick moves. Buys him the goal. Look at that. Now, this is going to put a lot of pressure on Underground to possibly go for that 3. Really quick too, but more than likely, they're gonna need a 3 here in a second. 30 seconds left. They almost get it. Jeez. That is an opportunity lost, though, at least for a moment, as Eric's obtains, but has it knocked out by Bend on the stun. Captured by Lavish. Lavish laps it over to the opposite end. Nobody there except Astro players. And Astro looking to go and into the orange lane. And another obtained by Spooky, it looks like, but they couldn't get the clear, and only 7 seconds left, so they need a clear right about now. Otherwise, it's Astro taken away. Round 1. They got it. Alright, so to the round 1 score screen, courtesy there of Ignite, VR.gg, and the Spark application, helping with our statistics. Okay, so yeah. Fun round. Very close, very close. Started off a little lower scoring, about, halfway through the round, it was only 4-4, but Astro picked up the pace. That they did. Funniest moment as a caster, asked Autumn. Another one of those things where I can't, like, off the bat, there's a lot of funny moments. Back preseason finals with Sir Dimwee and Sputnik, when we were all still new to VRML and all still kind of getting a hang of casting and whatnot. A lot of funny moments there. Those clips are shared regularly of all of us, especially Sputnik and Dimwee, completely blowing out our voices. those were fun times in those preseason finals 2 years ago. I don't know. Funniest, though. I guess there's been a few times, I think 4 times now in VRML history. 4 times there has been accidental F-bombs dropped on the stream. The first one, shout out Sputnik, courtesy of him. Because we transitioned off the score screen. We thought we were muted. We were not. It wasn't anything offensive or anything, just, just chat. Then we realized, oops, we're not muted. That was fun time. The other honors belong, I believe, to who else here? Andy W at Redshift Land, in fact. So I think Sputnik seems to be a running theme on these. A rebound there from Lavish gets them the goal here to open things up from Underground. So yeah, the other F-bomb honors belong to Andy W just recently, Strembitsky, and Luke in one of his first casts for VRML a couple seasons ago. Alrighty, so launching out here, Solar P down the lane, picks it up off the edge of the tunnel. Quick pass, relaying it to Inferno. Inferno over to Band. Or rather, Bend. And then Solar P with a disc, recovery, a duck, a shield. Very nice, but didn't stun Spooky, so thought he had slipped by the defender, but was not the case. Taken now by Solar again. Solar's been doing a pretty good job, but even when that disc is cleared or knocked loose, Solar is getting a lot of these boosts, these tap boosts to get the disc back nonetheless. That will sail right past the goal on the right side of the floor. Taken by Fultz. Fultz has Lavish, has Eric, and has Bend, taking it, securing, and clearing to the trap. Once again, Solar P gonna sail that one that bounces right into the ceiling. Picked up by Bend, and they have the angle. Tough one there from the shoulder. Rebounds, slipping past Inferno's wingspan. Now passing it right down below. They have some options, and they cut it to Solar P. 2-2 in round 2. Underground Nation again here in the Platinum Division, 3-2 record. Team who is returning as well from Season 4. finished Season 4 with a 15-5 record. Now, granted, they've had a lot of different rosters, a lot of different roster players cycling out, so keep that in mind as well. But regardless, across these 2 seasons, whatever the rosters have been, they've obviously been winning more often than not. So certainly a team to be on the lookout for, as hitting the brakes is Fault, and breaking it home now, it's Inferno! Absolute heat inside the goal, turning on the Jets. Eric with a fake up pass and a finish to Spooky. Great job to trick out the goalkeepers and give them that high percentage opportunity from that high perch of a spot.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Meanwhile, for Astro, again, they are in the Platinum Division also. 4-2 record, a new team here. Just in terms of rosters, or in terms of names, sorry, not by the rostered players, of course. But been having a great season. Inferno now will also hit the brakes on them, making it click with the right stick. But Eric gets it back from the boots. But undoing the laces and chases it down. It's Eric, able to make up for the turnover with just a save on the 3-point play. This will buy some time, maybe, for Lavish to gently caress it in. Is that the right word? It is now. Caress it in. 6 points, favoring Underground.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Ivan Thrive also in chat now saying, here to see how good our Sunday opponents are. So facing one of these teams and putting in some scouting reports, I guess. Now taking the disc and taking it back off a near turnover on their own side of the floor. They're having a lot of problems actually clearing that. So this is dangerous because that's another 3 maybe. Fortunately for them, they ding it. But a return to sender, and they end the play with an anchor. Oof. Killer round for Underground Nation. 9-2 all of a sudden. A much faster scoring pace to start things off compared to round 1. At this point in the first round, they'd only scored 4 points, but up to 9 now. Meanwhile, Astro, who did win the first round, struggling to get off on that same foot, on that right foot. To see if they can find the right foot. Left foot. Levitating. I don't know. Taken by Solar P, and they are playing on the disc there. It's Solar P again, who's been very, very active with the hands tonight. Very, very active indeed. Eric taking it back. Another active player for sure. You can kind of tell who's really busy with the midfield play and the good mobility. Those players who I tend to call out an extra lot when they're in mid-range. Backing it out, or sorry, fronting it up. Now sending it back out the bubble off a missed opportunity on the shot. Just kind of left the hands awkwardly, tapping it over. Defense off balance. Can they find it? Yes, they shall. What a shot as well. Really painting the corner there to evade the hands because there's a tight angle. So 11-2. They are on a dangerous run right now. And this is kind of one of those points where you also wonder if a timeout maybe would have been a good idea here at some point. If not off that last goal, even a couple of goals ago. Because nothing seems to be going the way for Astro despite their performance in round 1. It's an anchor, and again, trying for the 3, but that one not the same results as the short-range one from just a moment ago. Finding its way into the orange lane, Lavish a clear. This just continues to be the case where we're seeing a lot of clears and a lot of dispossession winding up in the blue zone. It has not really been in the orange scoring zone, much less the orange midfield, for very long at all in round 2. Let's see, continuing here to be the case. Sun off the backboard. Glancing blow off the back. And Fat Dude Eric. Over to Spooky. Spooky. No hits. So they'll opt for the back out to midfield. Little monkey in the middle, but getting stuck. Stunning the monkey. Wait, that's not the... Never mind. In any case, Solar P. I think I confused my player for the one in the middle, but it will be Solar with the disc. Now, Solar P backing that one out as well. They've got 3 minutes left. It's comeback is not out of the question here if they can score. I like the patience here, trying to find their spacing a little bit. Kind of congested, however. They had some initial good spacing, but then they kind of clumped up around the goalpost as I was saying that. So it's back to Fultz. Takes a bad bounce there off the pack, but a rebound there on the opposite end from Eric. Eric needing to be careful. Oop, just being taken off guard, so the communication maybe not quite there. This has a chance now for Astro to get it going as they sling it waywards into a recovery. Solar P, but grabbing it before it even has a chance to go backboard was Eric. Off a clear. Gets the rebound as well. And now in the mid lane, taken back by Lavish. That'll bounce, and not quite there. Set back as Underground players kind of getting stuck at this 11-point mark, but not that that really matters too much because they do have a strong lead with that. They might even have a stronger one now, but again, you're starting to see that steam being lost from Underground. Fortunate thing, again, is they have the clock advantage as well as the point advantage, but they're definitely starting to lose a bit of that that good vibe that they had going on for most of this round. So it looks like a third round is likely. But Underground definitely needs to re-get their mojo here that they have lost. So right through the rubble, and Inferno again, offering no quarters and close quarters. Some great grabs, a pass, and finish! Spooky gets it from the top slice. Finally breaking a bit of that ice.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Also CJG in the chat there, the captain for Astro. Watching intently, no doubt. Also, of course, one of our mods, casters. A little bit of everything there. The full threat. Triple threat. Over onto now the bubble. Solar Peak couldn't quite get the handles, and will be taken though by Ben. And that's going to be sent to midfield. There are some midfielders there, or at least a midfielder. Lining up a potential pass, has two options on either pack. Eric cutting, and you saw that one coming from a mile away. They're going to put this round away here real soon. 15 points. An absolute barrage from Underground after losing the first round to Astro here. They have nearly shut out Astro in round 2, so a complete kind of flip-flop there in terms of the momentum that we've seen. Solar P working that up the floor. And they still have time for at least a score, but again, you can see that rhythm not quite there. That 3 might be, and yes, indeed. How sweet. How sweet. I don't know if anyone caught that. All right, round 1. It's done. Or sorry, round 2. It's true. Okay, anyways. Back to the score screen, courtesy of Spark and IgniteVR.gg. Again, keep in mind the rank and record stats there. Not quite accurate for Astro. Because this team has definitely been, blazing hot, but they are not number 420. Not at all. They are 4-2, however, on the record. Just FYI. Both these teams in the Platinum Division. The opposite side there, Underground Nation, that is correct. Platinum 3-2. But yeah. So third round up ahead here, and again following, well, not immediately following, but in 33 minutes from now, we're going to have a North American Master matchup between the Seattle Beholders and Redshift. That'll be casted here on Channel 1. Following that, we will also have the Bite of 87 versus Lightbulb. And for those who maybe didn't watch Channel 1 or Channel 2, so from what I understand, yesterday, Lightbulb was here on Channel 1. They did lose their match against Ace, but they took it to overtime in round 2. Some entertainment there for sure. Then for the Bite of 87, for those who didn't catch that, I was casting Bite of 87 versus Hexalink Apples, over on Channel 2. That one went to an overtime in round 1. And there were some amazing play. Again, I recommended it so much already yesterday, but if you haven't caught it, go look at it. If you don't want to hear, I guess, spoilers, then cover your ears. But that overtime had 3 clutch stops in a row coming in from the Bite of 87. It was Time had 2 just head-on saves in overtime. It was nasty. Then I think it was Ryruff with a good steal inside the bubble off a pass. went to green pigeon in the left tunnel and hit a just gorgeous, miraculous shot right in between the nugget and the barrier. Really small window to win them that first round. I lost my mind, okay? So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do again, because both the Bite of 87 matches that I've casted, they both had some ridiculous overtimes. But anywho. This is the lone match, though, for this hour-long block, so not in any particular rush here, as the teams sounds like they do have a timeout that was initiated, so might be here for a little bit longer. But yeah. But anyway, so hope things are going well there for JG, by the way. And yeah, again, if you look at the scores there too, it was 11 to, what was that, 8? Yeah, 11 to 8 in the first round. So Astro, you know, they got started off the right way, for sure. They just need to kind of regather their thoughts, collect their breaths, drink some water perhaps. That always helps, I think. You know, get the mojo back. That's all. I was kind of curious why there weren't timeouts, and it's not just been this match type of thing too, and some of the other matches I've seen as well. I think some teams still kind of getting back into the habit of utilizing those timeouts when certain teams start going on scoring runs. It definitely can help for sure. You know, if you get off to a bad start in a round, or you eat 2-3 goals in a row, and you start having that palpable shift in the air where you feel like, okay, things aren't going our way, it's a little bit rough, you know, initiating the timeouts and things like that. From a production standpoint, it's like, I almost don't want to say that because, like, okay, let's keep it moving, keep it exciting. But from, you know, a player perspective, strategic standpoint, it makes sense. So can't blame players for doing that. But yeah, anyway, not trying to parent these players, you know, though I am called Pally Daddy for a reason. Isn't that right, Altitude? Pixel Patrick cheering on Underground there. Keep it together. They're doing great. Yes, they are. Especially in that last round. I mean, to score 18 points. No joke. No joke at all. Altitude. Well, I don't see the 2 T's in your name. I assume Altitude was taken. Is that it? What jersey is this? This is OC6, Oculus Connect 6 jersey. Yeah. I think it has my name in the back. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah? I can't see. Pretty sure it does. Coda saying, think facial hair now fits Pally well. Thanks, I think. Are you saying it didn't before? Although, I mean, this is pretty much what I've been running with like the last forever. I don't know. Sometimes it's a little bit more scruffy or longer than others, but I don't know. This is the best I can do, okay? Like, I can't. This stuff doesn't work. The side of my face, just very patchy, you know? The Asian genes, the half Asian genes. Kind of interfere with the old beard potential. Unfortunate. Any special requirements to be a caster, co-caster? Yes and no. I mean, you can apply on the website, and no experience required inherently. When I say, so yeah, no real barriers to applying or being accepted necessarily. As far as being able to cast like certain matches or like on the main channel, stuff like that, there's kind of a process now. We're developing of, you know, training up casters and putting them with experienced casters and whatnot. So, yeah, once you are a caster, there's somewhat of a training / ladder system, I guess you can call it. But as far as actually becoming a caster, no inherent barriers as long as you know Echo, you love Echo, and you wanna cast. In any case, round 3 underway now after that timeout. So seeing where this one goes, well, we'll go into the midfield rather quickly. Now following that timeout, this will be very interesting and kind of telltale to see which team comes out feeling a little bit better, if either one. Because obviously that last round, Underground was just ridiculous. But the question is, are they a bit iced? That shot, oh, off the left lane. Rebound, though, to Inferno has been heroic there in terms of the goalkeeping today. Can they get the offense is the question. No, being stunned very well by Faults, it looks like. And they're able to get a clear that sails a little bit past Solar. No doubt the longer you float downfield, the more nervous you get. As a great latch from Lavish, but couldn't find the three-point goal on the other side. That will give a lot of time for the defense to recover. Missed opportunity there for Underground off of an otherwise beautiful steal. And I think my question thus far has been answered. Both teams have frozen themselves off of that timeout because you can see some discombobulation. Which is, again, why I mentioned the timeouts being so important, because it can really disrupt the rhythm of a team. But honestly, even though both teams are struggling to find their handles for the moment, that's actually really good for Astro, because they have certainly squashed the rhythm that Underground was building up all of round 2 with those 18 points. I wouldn't say breathing is a requirement. I mean, I would recommend it, Coda, but you don't have to. It's not in the handbook. A take back, though, and a take back again by Solar. It's still deadlocked at 0 after 2 minutes in this round, this final round. Nice grab by Lavish off of the disc knock loose. Attempting to aim a clear, bounces off that trap back towards Lavish and gets stunned as it sails to the goalkeeper, Eric, on a clear. Now as it goes to the midfield, again slipping past a few different arms, a few and a half in fact. Bouncing off the cloud off a slap and taken back by Eric. That gets sent into Faults. And seeing still yet if we can break a stalemate, but no. Oh, maybe yes, there we go. It's Faults. Knocks a few teeth and then knocks the shot down. Took 2.5 minutes. We've got our first couple points, favoring the Underground Nation. Also, welcome to Eric in the chat. First time chatter here on Channel 1. Good to see you. And also thank you to Squinty Blinks for the hydration. Take a big old gulp of my coffee here, the next score. Just for you. And for me, I won't lie. In any case, it's taken back there by Lavish. Lavish, though, having a rough bounce right to the shoulder. Inferno getting the grab. Great grab, though, from Lavish again. That's a tight shot. Oh, nearly in. It's Ben, though, securing the disc for a moment. Taken back again by, well, Eric maybe, but Eric getting stunned by Solar P. Solar P down the lane. There's already a stack on the move. But they overshoot slightly. Couldn't read the disc at first. They will get it back. They still have an opportunity. Beautiful cutoff there by Eric, though, getting back into the passing lane. That was some smart defense. That's going to result now in a goal, but grabbed and saved by Solar. Really showing up now are the defenses getting back in a hurry with their stacks. Definitely a lot of possession changes, but you cannot fault the speed we're seeing from these teams getting appropriately back into the defensive lanes. A quick fling, though, from Solar. Not going to get it done against the defense there on another save. So Solar first to the disc. Solar having it intercepted by Eric. Eric down the field, a little bit high and a little bit wide as it goes to Inferno on another clear, another intercept. So both teams still yet continuing this kind of awkward pace of just trying to bang out a goal here at some point and some passes. A lot of these clears is going to result, though, in a goal bouncing off. I thought that was in. AXN unable to obtain, gets stunned out, sails right past the arms as it will be Eric with a clear into the trap. Now a wind-up windmill of a shot off the catapult door to Solar. I think for either team, they need to find a reset here. Or maybe, never mind, maybe a numbers opportunity so I can take that back in a second. But really for both teams, they, finding a reset pass where you just hold on. Like for instance, they have a player back here, right? In Faults. So just getting a pass back and holding on to it for 10 seconds, Give yourself a moment or two to breathe and to space the floor and find some passing lanes. Because otherwise, a lot of the forward movement from both teams here, either in clears or just kind of haphazard passes into the bubble, is really getting neither team going. That said, that will be, I thought it was good. And it was the cut, but no, the defense still there. Now still right back to the backboard, and finally they find the play. It was Spooky, actually scoring off of Eric's head. So Spooky the assist, but that will finally be a goal. Breaking a really long series without any points. You know, only 4 points on the board so far in 6 minutes. And with that, a timeout from Astro. Now, good as a time as any, I think, to take this timeout because you know they're down by 4, and if nothing else, this is when you can take that time to breathe, like I said. And I really think that's what both teams were needing, because a lot of that midfield play was just a lot of those clears into the bubble, or what have you, or these passes into heavy traffic defense, and was not getting really a lot of clean gameplay for either team. And that's when those resets, those back passes matter so much. Because Echo's a hectic game. It's a fast-paced game, and by the time you get into these third rounds especially, you're breathing a little bit heavier, you're sweating a lot more compared to the beginnings, and you do see the rhythms of a game, you know, get a little messy, you know, a little bit dirty, and kind of go to those kind of grinded out type games where, you know, it's not pretty, but it's war. It's battle, you know, you're in the trenches there. But once you can kind of take a breath outside of the midfield with those resets, then you can say, all right, let's calm it down. Let's find our avenues, and we'll be a team renewed at the other side. Now, meanwhile, in here, some a spirited team. I'm not sure if this is a cheer or a game plan here. They're talking. See if you can hear them whispering. Oh my. Oh, don't say that. They're talking some mad trash. All right, on the other side of the floor. Now this is definitely strategery at play. Using the mini map, or the map poster, I guess, to kind of discuss their gameplay strats. Also not a bad idea whatsoever. Both teams using their timeouts to varying degrees of effectiveness, I suppose. All right. Anyway. Back to Twitch, I suppose. How's it going? Oh yeah, the coffee I forgot to drink. Thank you again for that. Void saying Bend being coached by Overkill. And Flatman, that is correct. We are live, at least for a few more minutes in this round. A few more minutes. This is the final round of this match. Again, at the top of the hour, so 19 minutes from now, we'll have Master Match in Redshift versus the Seattle Beholders. Be casted here. Following that match, we'll also have a Diamond Match in Lightbulb versus the Bite of 87. So this match right here that I'm casting was a Cast My Match Redemption with those 15,000 channel points that you can use to redeem. And the Bite of 87 Lightbulb match, the highest hype-voted match of that time slot, hence taking that one. Then, of course, Redshift versus Seattle Beholders, being Master Tier, getting some viewing priority there at the tip-top of Echo Arena, top 1%. But yeah, I've kind of been saying it on my streams this week, whether I'm on Channel 1 or Channel 2, the vast majority of matches I picked up this season, probably 90% of them, have been because of either the matches been upvoted, hype-voted a lot, or it was a Cast My Match Redemption. So I promise, we follow those. Use those buttons. We'll look for you on the cast, rest assured. A Flatman, yeah, that is correct for the moment at least. You can redeem those Cast My Match points, but has to be for one of your own matches. Unless we get a lot of people with a hugely expendable amount of points redeeming on a ton of random teams at the same time. So it's kind of to keep the load management there, I guess you'd call it, on the casting end of things. Not to mention, we also do just want to encourage as many people to get on the streams as possible. If not for the goodness of your own heart to support and watch the other teams playing across the ladders, then for the reasons of getting your own team casted, you know? Now that said, we actually do have the ability now as of recently to apply for partnership here on Channel 1. Whether we'll get it or not, I don't know, but it's definitely a cool milestone to hit. We completed all the achievements there on the Twitch side of things, so can apply for some partnership, and, you know, fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. But anyways, here we go. Here we go. Round 3 about to finish off the last 4 minutes. A little bit less than that, in fact. Astro still looking for their first score in this round after they took the first round. Have not been able to find their rhythm. But certainly a score here will help that, although they need to find some passes here. Communicate to the defense as they approach a cross, but cut off by faults. So I like the attempt on the pass, but it was just a little bit too much distance there between the two players, so it allowed the defense to get that without too much of an issue. But Astro does take it back as Solar makes way down the floor. That bounces pretty near the goal, where it's taken by faults. Faults from up high, clears it left lane. Perfect clear, in fact. Now they're going to boost and boom down the floor and the barrier and gets stunned, but carries it out. Lavish puts them up by 6. Coda also asking, guys can get paid for this. So just FYI as well, all the Twitch proceeds that we get from like subs and bits and things like that does get distributed to casters at the end of the season, proportionate to how many matches they casted, with some different weights given depending on, you know, channel 1, 2, or 3. But yeah, all the Twitch subs and things like that, they do go to the casters. So just an FYI, one way to support for sure. Inferno here, they can be well supported with a shot. Indeed, a nice assist over to Ben. That's what they needed. They have finally broken that ice here, 8 minutes in nearly into this third round. That puts it within 4 points. And on one hand, if that pace continues, it's not going to buy them a comeback here. However, as we all know and we've seen time and time again, usually, once a team breaks the ice, then they start scoring a lot easier and a lot quicker the next time around. That might about come true, but no! Oh, the misread on the disc. I thought I was Confucius for a second because it was looking like an almost guaranteed goal there for Astro. They'll still have some opportunities, but just not really finding their reads, unfortunately, as it will be sent into the bottom of the floor. Picked there by Ben. A pass well done. One more, and there's the score. So see, Confucius, nothing confusing about that, but very amusing is this match, and a 2-point game at that at the end of round 3.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Also, what's up to J Franz? / Franzel. Good to see you guys in the chat. Now, this is a Platinum Division match at the moment. To answer that question, as a bounce, gonna go in, no, but the rebound will be grabbed by Inferno. Inferno's had a lot of saves here today. That's one of the most important ones of this game, and at this juncture, can they make it 3 in a row with a goal here? Perhaps. Inferno taking it, and a soft pass down the line, be picked up by Solar. Solar has a shot, and not only that, they have the lead. Huge 3, and maybe a miscue from Underground will put them down in the third. Oh, that was a big hit. Look at that, 2 minutes left in the match. They broke the score, guys, and then they scored 3 in a row. At that, one player looking lost in the catapult there, so that could be a developing story for Underground. They've got a passing play. It's 3v4. Will it matter? Indeed, it does. It's going to be taken by Ben. They've got that narrow lead knocked out with a stun. Time running out. 17 seconds left. So off to the other lane, and will be taken by Astro, but they just misread it briefly. The open 3 is there. The open score as well off a pass. Solar P puts it away. Astro in the third round will come back for the win. Unfortunate, though, on the opposite side as well. Underground, I don't know if it was a crash or what it was, but one player just was here in the catapult and then gone a little bit later. Definitely a story on that end, but the story of this match is indeed the victory to blue, to Astro. To the score screen here for you guys. There you go. You see what a difference not only timeouts can make, because again, look at what happened to the rhythm after the second round, right? Between the second and third round, took a 3-4 minute timeout, something like that. Both teams just came out really unable to find anything. but that's what the freeze out does to you sometimes, right? And that was after a really high-scoring second round from Underground Nation, where they could not be stopped. But then timeout between rounds, reset of the game clock, and it was a whole different third round, much lower scoring for sure. And then there was another timeout taken by Astro after they were down by 4 points. Still took a few extra minutes to actually get it going, but nonetheless, once they got it going and they broke that scoring ice after 8 minutes in round 3, they scored again, and then again, and then again. A few goals in a row. In fact, 4 goals in a row, I think, to close off that game. So, what a difference, and what a, I guess, series of runs, right? Personality of these rounds are always so different. Very interesting to watch. That's it. All right, that's it for this stream. We do have 10 minutes to the next one. I'm going to give you guys your channel points, of course, for the predictions. Make sure I choose the right one. There you go. Avoid tell Solar. He's a clutch god. The sun god. I'm sure he'll hear that at some point. Autumn saying they played amazing. Lavish in the chat. GG's. Welcome to the chat, and thanks for having me on the cast as well. Oda saying the geo behind my head looked like a graduation cap. Well, cool. I is smarts. That background, also courtesy, by the way, of JG, the background video playing behind me. Because contrary to popular belief, I am not actually in the arena. Takes a lot of people off guard. But anyway, alright. Anything else there in the chat that I miss? I did miss the word sneak. Ah, nuts. Or bananas. Anyways, I'll refund it, don't worry. There you go. Sorry, I was so invested in what was happening. Sometimes I miss those. I've not been doing a great job with word sneaks this season. Shame. Alright, so what am I going to do here, or what I am going to do here is... I'm going to end the stream just to keep the VOD a little bit neater. But I'll literally be right back after the credits roll. So I'm just going to end it so it's like we have kind of one condensed VOD, and then for our next 2 matches, you know, just to keep things clean. It's a little bit easier when we're trying to upload and archive footage and stuff. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to roll the credits, but I will be right back. Okay? We have Redshift next versus the Seattle Beholders once again. And following that match, we'll have Lightbulb versus the Bite of 87. So stay tuned. Be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other. I'll be back in like a minute. Don't go anywhere!
And we're underway.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.